Before we begin, I want to gently ask you something important. If this message touches your heart in any way, or if you've ever felt that God still speaks today, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and click like. Why? Because every time you engage, you help these words of hope reach someone else who may be silently crying out for a sign. You may be the bridge that leads another soul back to God. Now, open your heart. What you're about to hear is not by chance. Beloved son, beloved daughter, listen closely. This moment is not a coincidence, and you didn't arrive here just because of curiosity or a random suggestion. You've been gently guided, step by step, by an invisible hand, a hand full of mercy and purpose. It's my hand. I am the Lord your God, the one who formed you in your mother's womb, the one who knew your name before anyone else ever whispered it. Long before your first breath, I had already seen your days. And now, here you are. Not by accident, not by luck, but by divine appointment. You are listening to this because I have something extraordinary to reveal to you, something that can shift your life, your heart, and your story forever. But you must do one thing. Open your heart and believe. This very instant, yes, this exact second, is not random. It is sacred. You are under my gaze, and I, your Creator, have chosen to speak to you personally today. Not through a stranger, not through a sermon, but from my spirit directly to your soul. Just as I called Moses by name from a burning bush, just as I whispered to Samuel in the quiet of night, so I now call you. Yes, you. You may feel unworthy. You may think I speak only to the special ones, but I tell you this truth. I do not choose based on status or appearance. I choose hearts. And your heart, even in its brokenness, is precious to me. Today, I've chosen to pour out not just words, but a living, breathing, transforming message into your life. So stop for a moment. Silence the noise of your doubts, your fears, your responsibilities. Let your soul listen. This message is not simply another encouraging video. This is a divine invitation, a key that opens the door to a new season in your life, a holy moment where the supernatural meets your reality. Let me in. Let me speak. For what I'm about to do in your life will be more than words. It will be proof that my love is real and my purpose for you is not finished.
I know. You've been carrying the weight of exhaustion, silently wondering if your efforts, your prayers, your tears, even your very existence truly matter. You've had nights where your heart whispered questions no one else could hear. Am I still valuable? Have I failed too many times? Is there still a reason for me to keep going? Let me assure you, I have seen it all. Not one tear has gone unnoticed. Not one cry has been ignored. I've been there, in your sleepless nights, in the moments when you smiled in front of others but wept when the lights went out. I walked with you in every silent battle, even when you felt utterly alone. I never turned away. I never abandoned you. You may think that your past disqualifies you, that the things you've done or failed to do have placed you too far from grace. But I see what others don't. I see beyond your mistakes. I see your heart. I hear the cries you don't dare to speak aloud. I know the silent hopes you're too tired to hold on to. And today I come not to condemn you, but to restore you. Listen carefully. The time of your restoration has come. Not because you've earned it, not because you've done everything right, but simply because I love you. With a love that doesn't waver, a love that never grows cold, a love that has followed you through every valley and is now leading you to a place of renewal. You've already sensed it, haven't you? A shift, a stirring in your spirit. Things are changing. What once held you back is loosening its grip. What seemed stuck is beginning to move. That's not coincidence. That's not wishful thinking. That's my spirit working behind the scenes, clearing the path, lifting the fog, making a way where there seemed to be none.
The world around you is changing rapidly. Uncertainty is everywhere. But in the midst of it, my voice is growing clearer for those who choose to listen. Don't harden your heart. Don't say, maybe later. Don't push this moment aside, because the door I am opening for you is open now. The call is not for tomorrow. The invitation is for today. Yes, the enemy has tried to steal your faith. He's whispered lies to cloud your mind, telling you that nothing will change, that you've missed your chance, that your story is over. But hear me clearly. No one and nothing can cancel what I have declared over your life, if you dare to believe. Heaven is ready to move on your behalf, but I need your heart open. I need you to say, even with trembling lips, "Yes, Lord, I believe. Help me walk in your purpose." This isn't just encouragement. This is the beginning of a divine reversal, a restoration of what was lost, a revival of what has been dormant. And the first step is simply this: believe again. There are battles that rage around you, battles you'll never see with your natural eyes. While you go about your daily life, heaven is fighting for you in silence. God sends his angels to encamp around you, to protect you from the plans of the enemy that you never even knew were coming. That sudden delay that kept you from being in the wrong place at the wrong time? That overwhelming feeling of peace that calmed your heart when anxiety should have crushed you? Those weren't coincidences. They were divine interventions. You may not understand why certain doors didn't open, why some friendships faded, or why that opportunity slipped away. But behind every no, God was saying, I'm protecting you. Behind every closed door, he was shielding you from a storm you couldn't see. And the truth is, you don't have to see the danger to know that you were rescued. God is not only walking with you, he's going ahead of you, clearing the path, removing the traps, and confusing the plans of darkness. You're not alone in this journey. Every step you take is guided and guarded by the hand of a Father who loves you more than you can imagine. If only you could see what he saved you from, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. So even when you don't understand, trust him. Even when you can't see what he's doing, believe that he's working. Because his silence is never absence, it's protection.
Sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart. You face losses, betrayals, disappointments, and moments that nearly broke you. And in those seasons, it's easy to wonder where God is. But here's the truth you must hold on to. What the enemy meant to destroy you, God is using to strengthen you. You may not see it yet, but heaven has already rewritten the outcome. The enemy came to steal your peace, but God is using that storm to anchor your faith. He came to break your spirit, but God is building your character. The enemy thought he could silence your voice, but God is using your pain to give you a message, a testimony that will speak life into others. There is no tear you've cried that God has not seen, no prayer you whispered in the dark that he has not heard. And every broken piece of your past is being gathered, not to be discarded, but to be transformed. God doesn't waste pain, He repurposes it. Joseph was thrown into a pit by his brothers, sold as a slave, and unjustly imprisoned. But none of it was wasted, because in the end, he stood in a position of power and was able to say, "What you meant for evil, God meant for good." The same God who turned Joseph's pain into purpose is working in your life right now. The heartbreak, the rejection, the delay, they're all part of a greater plan. You may not understand it today, but one day you'll look back and see how it all fit together. So hold on, keep trusting. What felt like a setback is actually a setup for something greater. God is not finished with your story, and in the end, what was meant to break you will be the very thing that lifts you up.
And now, as we come to the end of this powerful message, I want you to take a moment to reflect on everything you've just heard. Nothing in this life happens by chance. If this message reached you today, it's because God wanted to speak directly to your heart. He is reminding you that He is still in control, even when things seem uncertain. The blessings you've been praying for, the financial breakthrough you've been hoping for, the answers you've been desperately waiting for, they are not far away. Sometimes, God uses the most unexpected signs to confirm His promises. And if you felt a spark of hope, a sense of peace, or even a strong emotional reaction while watching this video, that's not a coincidence. It's a divine confirmation. Your season of struggle is not your final chapter. There is a new beginning coming your way. Trust in the timing of the Lord, because when it arrives, it will be bigger, better, and more miraculous than anything you could ever imagine. So don't stop believing, don't stop praying, don't stop expecting. The doors of heaven are opening, and your miracle is already on the way. All you have to do is receive it with faith. If this message touched your soul, don't leave without subscribing, sharing it with someone you love, and leaving a comment below saying, "I receive it in Jesus' name."